Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. It is November 17th. Lisa here with Jared, ready for the weekend to start. Let me just run through our few reminders before we get into our weekend forecast, because lots of changes coming up. Thanksgiving next week. We appreciate when you join us for this Facebook Live. Of course, we do it every weekday morning, right around the 8 o'clock hour. We make it into a podcast as soon as we're done, so you can listen to it at inform.com/podcast. Look for the Inform Minute. Of course, we were live on air all morning, every weekday morning, 5 to 7 on WDAY. But lots to talk about weather-wise. This morning started off pretty chilly.
Yeah, it did. I think it just felt chilly because it's been so warm. We've been so spoiled with those really warm mornings. So this one will be a little cool out there, and this afternoon a little cooler than some days, but still above average. We're still spoiled, but this weekend especially. I think it'll be a little breezy today, but not like yesterday. Not chasing your garbage can.
You had a great picture during First News, if you caught it, viewer photos. How many were knocked over in a row?
It looked like about 7. If you just kept zooming into the photos, like, oh, there's another one way back there. So, yeah, I'm sure some had to deal with that yesterday. Today, it'll be breezy. I don't see it knocking over garbage cans still. But if you work outside, you're going to notice it. And then tomorrow, it's just a beautiful day. I really don't think there'll be much wind at all. We're going to get some sunshine out there. It's just going to be a really, really nice November day. So hopefully a lot of folks can get out and maybe absorb some of that heat before it turns cold.
Did you mentioned earlier, people were out fishing yesterday?
I think it was 2 days ago.
Okay.
Tom Wynn, who works in town here, is one of the pro walleye guys. He just had posted a video. It was like dead calm out there and was out fishing. So.
What day is it? It's like...
Yeah, I know, exactly. I have fished in December, and then the next day it froze over. That was years and years ago with my dad, but yeah, it gets so cold. Just digging in the minnow bucket, your hands, you're like, I don't even want to do it, so it's
not
so
as
cold.
Much fun. I mean, you love fishing, but...
Yeah, so it's not as fun. I think a lot of folks are ready for some ice fishing weather, and it's on the way, so I am seeing it out there.
We're going to talk about Ice Fest here in just a couple of minutes, too,
so
that's happening. Okay, but next week, Thanksgiving, less than a week away. It is going to be cooler.
It is. We're going to have 50s this weekend for almost everyone. And then Monday, small chance of some showers. And then the cold's going to move in a hurry. I think Tuesday will be windy, ushering all that cold in. And then really cold Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So I don't know, folks, are they still standing outside on Friday morning for Black Friday?
I'm not,
I mean, everything changed.
Yes, it's not
so
the
much.
Same. They used to sleep out there in the cold and wait. Now I think so many things open on Thanksgiving Day, and somewhere there's going to be someone standing out there in the cold.
It might be single digits in the morning next week on Friday morning. So plan accordingly if that's something they like to do. So I'm sure folks still do, but it's going to be chilly. So we'll be making some ice later on for Ice Fest if you're going to be checking that out here.
Anglers are itching for some ice and for some ice fishing. So
yeah, I have mine on a pulley system that goes up above the garage, so I took it down. It's ready to go out, but it just needs some ice now.
Need some ice. All right, sounds good. Thank you, Jared. All right, let's jump into some of our news headlines. Today, we're expecting to learn the name of a hunter who was found dead in Emmons County, North Dakota. Authorities say he had an underlying health condition. Stay with WDAY for updates on that story throughout the day. A Minnesota horse owner is now offering a reward after her horse was shot and had to be put down. The horse was shot in the middle of the night outside of the home in Gatsky. If you want to know more about that reward, you can find details at inforum.com. Give to the Max Day in Minnesota was a huge success. Once again, raised even more money than last year. Over $34 million was donated to Minnesota schools and nonprofits. More than 6,000 different organizations took part. This has been happening for 15 years. Over the last 15 years, Give to the Max has raised more than $300 million in total donations. Today, if you head to West Acres Mall in Fargo, you're going to hear the bells. The Salvation Army is kicking off this year's Red Kettle campaign at the mall this morning. Lots of events happening in the JCPenney wing, music and fun, and of course you're going to hear the bells ringing not only at the mall, but different businesses throughout the Fargo-Moorhead area. A couple of events happening this weekend, getting you into the holiday spirit, the weekend before Thanksgiving. Today, Chris Kindlemark opens at noon in downtown Fargo. It's the start of 2 full weekends of events. If you haven't been there yet, parts of the event are outside. Other things are happening inside the Fargo Civic Center. Food, drinks, lots of gifts, activities, and live performances. Not the only Christmas event happening this weekend. Pride of Dakota Holiday Showcase is back at Shields Arena in Fargo. It's a great place, of course, to get some early Christmas shopping done. You can shop today from noon to 8, tomorrow from noon to 5, And if the kiddos want to tell Santa what's on their Christmas wish list, Santa's going to be there today from 1 to 7 and from 10 to 4 tomorrow. And I mentioned this as I was talking to Jared, who is a big angler, of course. Not ready to go ice fishing yet, but if you are already itching to go and want to get ready for the ice, you need to go to Shields in Fargo today. They're kicking off Ice Fest, the perfect place for all anglers. It's a 3-day ice fishing showcase held in the parking lot of Shields on 45th Street in Fargo. The Bison will put a bow on their regular season this weekend tomorrow in Cedar Falls, Iowa. NDSU is taking on Northern Iowa tomorrow at 4. Of course, that game is going to be live on WDAY. We are the home of the herd. Our coverage starts about 10 minutes before kickoff, so we'll be live on air at 3:50. And don't forget to join us for NDSU Game Day. Lots to talk about, of course, wrapping up the regular season. Lots of talk about playoffs. Join us tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Hour-long pregame show that, of course, also airs right here on WDAY. UND also wrapping up the regular season. UND hosting Illinois State at the Alara Center at 1 o'clock. You can watch for game highlights from both games tomorrow at 6 and 10 on WDAY. And, of course, Hot Mic with Dom Izzo coming up here 9 to 11 this morning. WDAY Extra and Inform.com. Another Football Friday feast is on tap this morning. Monoman football returns to U.S. Bank Stadium this weekend. Head coach John Clark joins the show as the Thunderbirds are 2 wins away from another title, plus a preview of all the playoff scenarios surrounding NDSU, and Dom's dad delivers his NFL picks. Hot Mic on from 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra and Inform.com. And I'm a volleyball mom. I've been talking about this all morning. State volleyball in North Dakota happening at the Fargo Dome. If you want to, well, number one, look at some of the incredible pictures, game highlights, read the stats, Inform.com. Incredible photos taken. And, of course, I'm a Cheyenne family, so the Cheyenne Mustangs taking on Jamestown today at 5 at the Fargo Dome. So you're going to see a lot of volleyball families in and around town today and tomorrow still. And I'm sure Don will talk a little volleyball as well. Remember, right now is a great time to get your Inform.com subscription. You can get all of those sports stories I've been talking about, the weather as well, and your news headlines in one spot. 99 cents a month for your first 3 months. Just go to Inform.com/subscribe to check out that deal. And remember to join us for our newscast throughout the day. Of course, our next newscast, hour long, coming up at 11 this morning, and we have you covered this afternoon, heading into the weekend as well. 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. And, of course, big Bison weekend tomorrow on WDAY as well. So thank you so much for joining us. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the nice weather that Jared was talking about. A couple more days before the much cooler weather next weekend. Big holiday week next week. Have a great day, everyone.